Welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 18th of January 2017, 2 days before Trump's inauguration, and the market, as you would expect, is trading sideways, lower yesterday, and the market coming back there, finding support at the 76% retracement, moving back up on the overnight market there. In yesterday's session, we saw the one trade, the market trading down to the 19,800 level, the psychological line here, before finding support, and then coming back and trading at the 9,850 level, where we currently are now. So this market, as I say, being brought back, and you can see this sideways range that we've had now for the last few weeks. No surprise really. We just draw in a couple of things here. You'll be able to see that coming off this high across here, and then we've got the same thing if you look across here as well. You've got this situation where you've got this range bound market where the market keeps finding support and then just churning sideways. And if you've not seen the video that I recorded at the weekend with regards to how the pros, I believe, are offloading their stocks, then I will place a link in today's email so you can have a look at that. But that seems still to be the case, that the big boys are still selling off. What they're actually doing, and I'm just going to use a different chart, this is a weekly chart with real volume, and what they're doing is churning the market whilst they offload the stocks. And you can see this here, you've got a massive amount of volume, and if you look at last week's volume, it's delayed by a week. You can see there a massive increase in volume in the first week of trading back from Christmas. In fact, that's the second week of trading, apologies there. But you can see how they're churning the market. That sort of volume, and the market can't break and go above 20,000, something tells you is wrong, and that means that they are actually selling. And just spread that out a bit so you can actually see it. So that's what's called the distribution phase, but there's a lot more in the video that I actually recorded. Now let's have a look at news for today. We should have the crude oil inventories out today. We haven't got a bank holiday this. No, we had a bank holiday, didn't we, with Martin Luther? So crude oil will be out tomorrow. What else have we got? Yellen speaking, first time this year, 8 p.m. and FOMC. Kashkari is also speaking as well at 4 p.m. Not a lot else out, but again, I would just expect more of the sideways movement, as the market is only 2 days away from Trump's inauguration. And as I said before, they don't like him. You can see what's going on. In fact, I'll just show you something else as well. This is the volatility index. You can see this is making all-time lows. This is a monthly chart going back to 2005, and you can see we're in the same levels. Just turn this off on that one. We're back down to the same levels as 2005, 2006, before we had the major crash as well. So again, when levels of volatility get down this low, you then get a situation where the underlying market will make a significant move, and that is to the downside. So something else just to keep in mind. And again, you tie this in with things like this: China orders no market sell-offs during President's Davos trip. Trump bump stalls amid bullion, Brexit, banks, bonds, Brazil and black gold. So everything's starting to sell off there. Apart from the Dow, it's the last man standing. Actually, there is an article about that here as well. And then you've got video exposes anti-Trump group plans to shut down DC bridges and highways with blockades. So it just calls for Maxine Waters calls for Trump's impeachment before he takes office. He's got to have done something wrong to do that, of course. It just goes on. I keep saying people have no idea how much this man is despised by the establishment and the elite. The people voted for him. The establishment wanted Clinton. They didn't get Clinton, and this is why you're seeing all of this perfectly legitimate, nobody's batting an eyelid, riots and protests and what they're going to be doing and all the rest of it. A violent inauguration, a call for peace on Inauguration Day. I think when the penny drops and he actually does get inaugurated, then that's it for the markets, because what is there to actually keep the markets up when they know now he has actually got both hands on the steering wheel, as it were. So it's certainly going to be interesting, and given the setup of the stocks being offloaded, you've got also the implied volatility, which again 9.95 yesterday, was 9.6 on Friday of last week. The market was closed on Monday, and you can see this here as well. We're at the levels where we're expecting an explosive move to the downside. And there's nothing to say that it's going to happen on Friday afternoon or Monday afternoon, but the key here is that they're probably going to run up to 20,000 and then it's good night Vienna, is how I see it, and I've said for many weeks now in these market alerts. Right, that's it for this morning. I will let you know if I see anything happening today. It'll be interesting to see what Yellen's got to say at 8 p.m. tonight, but I would expect the market to again once remain sideways because we're only 2 days away from Trump's inauguration. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.